Octagon 52, Magard versus Cartwright, January 27th in Newcastle. Tickets available at ticketmaster.com now.
There we go, the third person inside the cage here for this contender bout, this strawweight contender fight that sees Dourthe from France in the blue corner taking on Chiara Penco from Italy in the red corner. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Luke Barnett. And Luke, you were talking about that athleticism and that range that Dourthe has got to deal with. What's the keys to that?
I feel like footwork. Penco's very light on her feet and athletic. Look at the power on that right hand. She misses, but it's all about moving your feet just out of distance. Beautiful work there. Don't want to be sluggish. You don't want to be slow on the feet. And you can see, which for Eva, normally she's moving very, very light on the feet. Very, very light on the feet. She's a nice right hand lands for her. Smile from Penco, but that just means it hurt.
Oh, again.
Pings her there. Beautiful speed in the hands.
And setting the feet as well. Look, speed and power in those shots.
Interesting. Did not expect that early on in this fight.
And this fight could be about the first person to get confidence in what they're doing, right? Because they're such a puzzle for each other. There's so much on the line. The first one to settle and to get into the momentum of their fight, their game, they're the ones that could take charge very easily early on.
Well, I expected a lot more entries and grappling and attempts to get this to the mat. These two just want to hammer it out on the feet. I feel like both of them are afraid of the stand-up with each other. They're trying to get this to the ground. They both possess ground skills.
Yeah, a lot of submissions on the record of Chiara Penco, 5 in total. Dourthe, 2 wins by finish. Both of those are submissions.
But the shoulders of Penco and just the shadow, is that the right word? That she admits is like the perfect
sculpture, right?
It's like the athletic form that she has. You just expect power to come out of her. But even now being quite awkward, the way she's moving, which is exactly what she needs to do.
Oh, now look at that.
And Penco now trying to straight away look for this armbar. Very aggressive on the ground is Penco.
Yeah, Penco has that armbar over Katharina Dalisda. That was in the first round. Oh, she's trying to work her way around. Using the cage as well.
Yeah, she's very lively once she hits the ground, but great work from Eva.
Strong takedown though, really well read with the kick and then driving to get it to the mat.
And this is this gritty style that I expected from her. I didn't think she'd be so fast on the feet and land so many good shots. I thought we'd see more of this, her trying to get it to the ground and Penco looking to try and, you know, spin off and get some sort of setup. And it's all about if she can stay central, hips to hips. If she gets put off angle, Penco has a lot of opportunity, especially with the flexibility and the beautiful guard that she has. So it's all about that gritty judo, like we said, nice head position, ground and pound, making it ugly, and just, you know, going to work, body, head.
Yeah, now 2 minutes, 20 seconds to work. The crowd cheering them on here. And Dourthe will be happy and content to work here, right? As long as she's not...
She's had a perfect opener, in my opinion, this first round. Beautiful on the feet, landed the more significant shots, timed that takedown beautifully. Now it's all on Penco to make something happen as we move into 2 minutes left. This is old school Tito Ortiz style, head in the, you know, forehead in the jaw up against the fence. And with Penco's going to keep that, she's twisted it out up against the fence well. Looking again for this armbar maybe, needs to be careful with that ankle up in the fence. Maybe the referee's going to pull that out. You can't entangle your body inside the fence to your advantage.
It's so difficult with the feet, right? They're not these sort of appendages you can control like your fingers, but...
Penco looks a little bit shook on the bottom. She's looking over to her corner for advice. Maybe that time away, you know, new stage. There's a lot of factors here. Might need to settle into this fight.
Yeah, I think also Dourthe has surprised her in a couple of things. On the feet for sure, and then the top pressure Dourthe brings. You know, we've seen other fighters that she's contained and controlled from this position struggle to get out of the same spot.
But I expected Penco on the bottom to be like a firecracker, moving constantly, get foot on the hip, doing the high guard, then transferring. But she's, you know, doing a great work at the moment is Dourthe. She's just controlling, doing exactly what she needs to do, keeping that line, that straight line. Good shot there as well, that right hand over the top.
40 seconds left in round number 1, the strawweight contender fight. And again, France versus Italy here. You spent a lot of time in Italy as well. It is still a growing sport over there, right?
Definitely within the gyms, it's a growing sport. They've produced amazing athletes, but most of those athletes then leave Italy and go to the States and train out there, and they don't really bring much of that back. I mean, I know that Penco has spent some time, I believe, with Marvin Vittori, who's probably one of the more notable names. I was a champion over in Italy for a long time and spent a lot of time training with a few of the gyms, and it's still developing. It's a developing country for mixed martial arts. But you know, Penco's one of those people that, oh, good look for this side choke. Oh, from the bottom, had an opening there for the side choke at the end. But a very, very challenging round for the Italian.
Off we go, round number 2 here. Dourthe versus Penco. The scores just shown around the arena there as well, so the crowd also know that Iva Dourthe is up on the judges' scorecards. All judges' scorecards, 10-9, round number 1, and now up on the Tipsport Game Changer odds as well, Luke.
Yep. Penco now overthrowing that right hand. Bit of frustration maybe coming out of the Italian.
Lovely little roll from Dourthe, though. She came up and under and almost connected herself.
I love her movement in the cage, just circling away, looking for a touch. She's waiting to get that takedown. Oh, nice knee lands.
Big knee.
Up the middle, but eats it, does Dourthe, and then gets that takedown. That resilience and toughness that we spoke about. She ate that knee clean, Brian, and then manages to just convert it to a takedown, and this is even earlier in the first round.
Yeah, under 45 seconds, that knee came and then the takedown followed. And what do you want to see more of from Penco? You talked us through a little bit, but like you said, there's got to be urgency primarily, right?
It's so difficult when you know, Dourthe's doing all the right things, staying in a straight line, going up on the hips. She needs to, rather than having this guard closed, go into the high guard is okay, which she's attempted. I like to see foot on the hip, try and open up, try and push the arms, try and create distance. You know, at the moment, I feel like her neck and head pressure, at the moment, she's trying to get her off center. See how she's trying to get that head off center? I feel like, oh, maybe going to look for an omoplata now. Displaying great flexibility, going to maybe look to turn that into an omoplata. She wants to get that foot on the hip, didn't quite have it.
At least try and know something now, Luke.
Yeah, but she tried in the first, and she couldn't quite get there. Same here. This strong guard legs, there's nothing going to come from this. You're not going to, she's just trying to land points from the bottom. We already know the judges see this as Dourthe winning because we saw it in the first round. She needs to be more active at trying to get back to her feet. Forget the jiu-jitsu game, forget the arm bars. Dourthe's obviously prepared extremely well for that, has great structure, is very hard to move, very good at being central. Now switching it up, can't get anything. She's so good at controlling the little movements. So she wants to try and push on the hip, get back to the feet. That would be my advice.
Yeah, that certainly is a tough puzzle to solve right now. Iva Dourthe on top. What a strong outing, though.
Yeah, and then you see she's switching the hips, but look at Dourthe tracking, getting those hips aligned. Again, trying to switch those hips out to the left, trying to bring them up to us, and then Dourthe tracking. Beautiful work from her. So she's trying to get off-center with the head or off-center with the hips. That's the only way you can open something up, but she can't. As we go halfway in the second round, it's identical almost to the first once we hit the mat. Penco attempting. I feel like sometimes we see this with jiu-jitsu fighters, especially in places like where she lives and her gym is in Italy, that have slightly less developed mixed martial arts theories and theses in the gyms, is they rely on jiu-jitsu. So now she's in like jiu-jitsu mode, if you want to call it that. She's trying to open up her arm bar, but it's MMA. Get back to your feet, push on the hip, try and stand up. They start relying and the clock just ticks away, ticks away, ticks away, ticks away. And it's almost like you're losing until you win. And it's, sometimes it works out. Even here, push off and stand up. Legal up kick.
That was heavy as well. Dourthe back to her feet, but that was it. You could hear the power in that shot. Gerd Richter right on top of that, and we'll watch it back, Luke.
This was extremely clean shot. Oh, okay, no.
Oh.
It wasn't as bad as I thought.
On the neck, right?
Yeah, I thought the heel hit the face, but it was kind of like the toes. Still slightly illegal, but actually might work out in Penco's favor because she's back to her feet. Interesting decision by Gerd Richter.
And the noise it made as well, it did sound like
the noise, but I think it was to the chest. We saw, but I thought it was to the jaw.
Yeah. But now Penco back up.
And she landed that strong knee. This is where she wanted to be, so she actually gets the advantage from that illegal activity.
Oh, Dourthe looks tired though, Luke. That was a laboured spinning back fist there.
Yeah, that footwork's disappeared, and that's what she needs. She needs to stay on the feet, she needs to circle, she needs to evade, and she needs to time the entries, which she's done so well so far. I mean, we're over halfway through the fight, but she's done it impeccably well. Penco needs to put the pressure on her now. She can see that she's tiring. Penco needs to make something happen, but she's afraid to because she doesn't want to get taken down, especially when you're down a round.
If you look at both those takedowns, round 1 and round 2,
there we go, beautiful entry.
Look at that entry. Oh, big.
Converts it well.
Strong entry, turn the corner, right down to the mat goes Penco. 40 seconds left in round number 2.
Frustrating for her.
Now I'm going to put you in the seat of Katharina Dalisda. If she's watching this, you know, what's she thinking? She's already got a decision win over Dourthe. She lost that armbar finish in Bellator to Penco.
Well, I feel like Dourthe is showing the map to how you beat Penco. Timing and evading these submissions. If you do a lot of work in the guard and you're physically strong enough, which I believe Dalisda is, boy, hits her on the way up. Manages to get back to her feet, though, with 10 seconds going, does Penco. Now she needs to make something happen. Gets caught, and gonna get taken down again. Oh, twisting, takedown as well, looking for the leg.
3.
Yeah. For Dalisda watching this, I feel like she'll feel, you know, supremely confident that if somehow Penco magically can come through in this 3rd round, she'll definitely have a nice blueprint to beat her.
Towards Eva Dourthe.
Penco almost a 7-1 outsider, which I believe is quite favourable. She has been dominated in these last 2 rounds. And only has 1 knockout, I believe, on her record.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't see her winning this by submission because she's had plenty of time. She's probably had about 8 minutes in the guard, and she's not even managed to mount an offense. So striking is definitely the way you want to try and win this fight.
But you got to be careful with the kicks, right? Because Dourthe, oh, nice entry as well. Look at the judo attack there. Oh, reverse.
Nice work to get to the back. Now it changes.
Wow.
Now it changes. Penco now has a golden opportunity.
And we see it a lot in with judo fighters. They'll use that headlock, right, to throw it down, but that can open up this as well if you roll and follow.
And Penco for sure has been working that in the gym. She has 100% been working the defenses and the reversals to judo tosses, and it played out beautifully there. And she's got golden opportunity in this 3rd round. 4 minutes left on the back, but Eva doing a great job trying to peel off that hook. Penco now.
She's going to try and attack.
Maybe going to go for that arm bar,
yeah, she likes
roll
that.
over the top, gives up on it, goes to the front headlock. But still positive for her, goes to the back again.
That's good work as well, rolling round to that side, maintaining the position.
She looked tired going into this 3rd round. And going to be stressed right here in this position. She's managing to survive and evade a lot of the damage, but getting hit with big shots from the back.
But what a turnaround.
Nice from Penco here.
Big.
She looks powerful there.
Dourthe still avoiding big damage.
She's got great position here though, Penco. She's a bit high now, but she had beautiful position as she goes to that 2-on-1. All the weight now is on the right side. Needs to be careful. She's not too high, Penco here. She could get chucked over the top. She needs to get her hips back.
3 minutes now to work in this 3rd round.
She needs a finish.
We know that. We've seen the open score in 2 rounds to Dourthe. And now we need to see if Penco can do something with this. Dourthe just staying tight though there, Luke. What's the key to opening up this? Because she's trying to set the hook. You can see that, but how do you get that foot in?
Yeah, it's sometimes easier to use a knee to pry it open rather than trying to go in with the foot first. You know, or trying to shock the hips, move them from side to side, break them down, or soften them up with the shots. But I think that's what Dourthe has been very, very good at in this fight, especially in the guard. Is having the right elbow position, staying tight. She seems like very strong in the lats and the back. Opened up here though, but manages to recover. Beautiful work from Penco staying behind there. Nice knee. Mixing up well, but again, time's running out. 2 minutes to get this finish. You've had control. Oi, nice shot, man. There.
There you go. Oh, now it's got 1 hook in.
Up against the fence though. It's very hard to finish fights with the rear naked choke, but sometimes when you get the opponent tired. 3rd round.
She's got
2 minutes to go.
As well. Yeah, that 2 minutes.
But if it doesn't slip straight under, might have it here. We know that Dourthe is extremely resilient. This isn't under the jaw.
And Dourthe pushing it up and over that pressure point now.
It's very rare that you see a fight finished nowadays without the rear naked choke being put on instantly. You know, building into the rear naked choke, it doesn't happen that much anymore because defense to these submissions are so good now. It can happen, but it's more rare in my opinion. I feel like if she, in the transition to the back, she punches under, that's normally where you see the finishes. You're more likely to see ground and pound finishes from these positions. Damage, but got a minute left.
Yeah, that clock is ticking down. She has had 4 minutes to work from this top position, and she is trying.
And this 2-on-1 though from Eva is causing her problems. She can't get that left hand back, and she's very high on the hips. Trying to get that other hook in. She could turn in here. Could Dourthe?
Wow, Dourthe.
And she does. Reverses though. On the hip, gonna get tossed.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful work.
Eva Dourthe. There we go.
That's going to have secured the victory for her, I believe. Yeah. She was 2 rounds up, but that resilience we spoke about, that toughness, she's now attacking.
Leaving it all in the cage here, coming back from that adversity. And now she is the backpack on Penco.
Penco doing a beautiful job, though, to get back to her feet. Can she step behind here, maybe get the reversal? Needs to separate the hands. Wants to get the elbow in between. You're going to look for maybe a Kimura or maybe a toss here, but I think she'd struggle with the judo hips. A nice little reap to maintain control from Dourthe.
Really a phenomenal performance from Dourthe, and showing a lot of her game and including a lot of her mindset, right? The resilience.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, let's see how judges score this fight. All 3 judges score this fight 29-28. For the winner, it's coming from the blue corner, Eva Dourthe.
I want to fight everybody in the division. I'm not bothered. I'll fight any man, anywhere. Jonas is next.
I'm gonna beat you. If you're gonna be the face of UK MMA.
All you talk about is weight because you've got no skills, boy.
The fight between Jonas and Jack is an absolutely massive one.
I've always had my eyes on him, and I've always known that I could beat him. That's the timing we have now.
The right hand again! The king is back!
When I'm the best version of myself, there's not a man on this planet that can beat me.
One shot, when I hit you, bro, your ass will ball.
Yeah, and I can't wait.
Come on, bro. Pussy boy, let's go now, Jonah.
He said he wants to fight for a long time, but he could have fought me 3 years ago and didn't. He's a liar.
This man was born to fight for one of the most dangerous bantamweights on the planet.
I wanted to be the best fighter in the world. I'm a finisher.
And he's got it! Wow! Jack Cartwright!
All your team knows I smoke you.
You're smoking too much, bro.
This rivalry is real.
You're skirting the villain, you're skirting all your little boys, I'll fucking bang you.
He hasn't knocked anybody out the last 4 years.
I'll be slinging from the hip, chin right up in the air, swinging for yours, bro.
That's high.
See an eyes of me, he's got a punchable face.
Close your mouth when you chew, you fucking tramp. Well, I'll fucking do you ain't any time.
I'm coming there too. Take his head off.
Pussy, Jonas. Go fuck yourself, man.
When I hit you that one clean time, you'll know you've made a mistake. I've warned you.
OKTAGON 52, Magard versus Cartwright, January 27th in Newcastle. Tickets available at ticketmaster.com now.